Alrighty, welcome to a new episode of Cooking Technique Tuesday. This is a continuation of the cooking demo that I did earlier this evening. So what I did was, I did half the recipe on camera for everybody, but I know not everyone could make it. So what I'm doing now is I divided the dough into 4 pieces. The recipe, it's 8, but like I said, I'm doing half recipe for this. So what I'm doing now is you can get a rolling pin. It's just as easy to just do it with my hands, basically. So what we want to do is we've got 2 ingredient dough. All the amounts and everything is in the recipe. We've got corned beef, we've got cabbage, we've got Swiss cheese, we've got mustard. I've got a little bit of flour just to make sure that my hands stay floured so that this does not stick. But what I'm doing is I'm basically just pressing it out or rolling it out into like a 5-inch or so circle, okay? And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones off camera really quickly, but we're going to stuff these and bake them. So let me go ahead and do this, the rest of them off camera, and I will see you in just a moment. Alrighty, so we have these all laid out. I'm going to, just with my hand, put just a little small handful. You want to make sure just not to overstuff these. So I'm starting with like a heaping tablespoon, I would say, and then I can always go back in and add a little bit more. I had extra left over just from the cooking demo, and I always chop up a little extra just in case I need it, so because I have some left over, don't worry about that. So yeah, we've got the corned beef. We're going to put a little cabbage. Notice how I have the paper towel at the bottom, because these have a lot of moisture to it. Because what I did was I slow cooked this. So obviously the corned beef, I dried that off a little bit, but I dried off the cabbage, because what we don't want to do is let these turn into soup in the oven. So I get another kind of heaping tablespoonful, and a little bit of cheese. There we go. And we're going to put just a little bit of mustard. I am going to wash my hands though, so give me 1 second, be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to put just a little dollop of spicy brown mustard. And you could do a little bit of Thousand Island dressing. You could also, if you don't want to make the cabbage, you could also do sauerkraut. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is and this is a little difficult to do one-handed. Actually, let me do this one first just because it's closer to me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch this. And what we want to do is turn this almost like a dumpling, calzone. This recipe is called corned beef and cabbage bombs, which is actually a very insensitive thing to say with an Irish recipe. So I call these my Irish calzones. But in the app and the way that I will be sharing this, unfortunately, it is called corned beef and cabbage bombs. So what I'm doing is I am just pinching this together. If you end up getting a little tear or anything like that, it will be totally fine. But whoop, there we go. Sorry, this is a little tougher to do one-handed. There we go. Okay, so we've pinched that. And then over here, so we want to make sure to put it into the oven on the sheet tray, the seam side down. So I've got this, I used this one earlier during my cooking demonstration, so it's already got some of my olive and avocado oil spray on there. We're also going to spray the top of these. It didn't brown as much as I would have liked, but that's okay. Like when I made the first batch, but they tasted delicious. So I'm just going to, again, kind of squeeze. This goes a lot quicker when you have both hands to work with. And I'm probably going to do the last 2 off camera, but I'm actually surprised I'm doing this. Whee! All right, so all we're doing is pinch, pinch, pinch to close it, to make sure there's no rips in it. Take a little bit of that flour off, throw it over here, and then I'm going to spray it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do these off camera. And then what I'm going to do is put these in the oven, 425 degrees for 15 minutes. And it did need the full 15 when I was doing this during a cooking demo. So I will see you in 15 minutes. Alrighty, well, these turned out delicious. Yay! So as you can see, they're not like giant, but it gives you just enough of the flavor. They're 4 points each. This actually batch might have been a little smaller, but I'm still going to call them 4 points each. But yeah, filled with cabbage, the mustard, the cheese. It's just delicious. And I'm going to go eat this. So that is another episode of Cooking Technique Tuesday. See you all later.